Hi, this is Mike Hendrickson from O'Reilly Media here on the show floor at Velocity 2011. I'm here with Max Robbins from AI Cache. Max, what is at this Velocity?
It's been great. We've come for 3 years now, and this is the first year that we've been an exhibitor instead of an attendee. So it's a little bit different experience because instead of being in all the sessions, we're really talking to the customers who are coming in to ask questions and are more curious about our particular solution specifically. But the quality of the attendees here is phenomenal, and we've had, we learned from our customers, and we've got a chance to, talk about our own stories. So it's been great, really great.
Excellent. So are you seeing any trends or any differences from the last couple of years to this year?
Yeah, the industry, like virtualization and cloud stuff, has kind of become huge. And so this year, an awful lot of the companies are doing solutions that, go in that space. So everything from like the DevOps guys or, our own solutions are software-based solutions. So there's very few people who are really pushing hardware these days. It's all very clever solutions that are built to go into the cloud or into a virtual environment.
So I'm not as familiar as I probably should be with AI Cache. Can you kind of give me a little bit of a virtual tour of what you guys do and what products you offer and services?
Yeah, absolutely. We're, I would call us the Swiss Army knife of scaling. So we have about 40 different small things that you need when you start running websites at a very large level. So a good example of that is we're caching first. When the web has kind of changed in the last few years, it used to be mostly static pages that didn't really change very often. Now it's mostly user content that drives really dynamic type of applications. And the ability to be able to deliver those very fast means that you have to cache them and deal with them in a different way. So we make what we believe to be the most sophisticated dynamic caching software on earth, which allows you to generate the content for maybe as little as a second at a time. We can cache that. So if you have 1,000 users a second, the first one comes out of your origin environment, the next 999 come out of the caching, which allows you to scale. So that's really our kind of forte.
So where do you see yourself and your company's product going for maybe next year's Velocity?
We've started to deploy it in a lot of the virtual environments like I was talking about. We're widely used in Amazon services, and people have started taking our stuff from just running at their premise to distributing it and using something called global load balancing, or GSLB, where if you're in Asia, then you go to a server in Asia if you're in the States. So now they're building dynamic CDNs on top of our product, which puts us into a kind of a different competitive space than we've been before in a different environment.
Are you also seeing an increase in mobile and people using your product from the mobile space?
Yeah, there's an interesting thing. Like, there's a agency that tracks the mobile device usage. Every mobile device and every revision of the mobile device, so if you have like an iPhone and you have revision 3, revision 4, has a different set of capabilities, and that's identified in a request called a user agent. And so there are now 10,000 user agents out there. So you can imagine the nightmare if you're running a website of having to possibly deal with 10,000 different user devices, different screens, different capabilities, or whatever. So we have a technology or a procedure for allowing you to streamline those into a few small families based on common characteristics. And it greatly simplifies the web server, web administrator's job by only having to have 3 or 4 kinds of content they have to be able to push out there to make a good experience for the user on their mobile device. So it's an important market for us, and it's a big growth area for the industry in general.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Max, are we going to see you at Velocity 2012?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And we're actually probably going to see you at the Velocity event that takes place in Europe here in the summertime as well.
In Berlin. That'll be great. Yeah, and we also have Beijing if you're interested as well.
We have a huge business in Beijing, so we'll be there.
Excellent. Thanks, Max.